Most people think training an LLM means you require thousands of GPUs, a massive dataset, and millions of dollars. And I totally agree with that. But it is only true if you want to train something like ChatGPT. We will train a small decoder-only GPT-style LLM from scratch on a specific dataset for a specific task, and we will run it locally. The goal is simple: understand the process, see the full pipeline, and prove that a small LLM can still be useful. This project is called TinyStory GPT from scratch, and it trains a small decoder-only GPT-style model on TinyStory dataset. Now, TinyStory dataset makes sense here because it is small, concise, and structured. That makes it perfect to learn whether the model understands English grammar, story flow, and basic coherence. Mind it, here we are not implementing instruction-based training. We are not building a chatbot here. This is a plain next token prediction, which is basic idea of all the large language models these days. The model learns from this simple task. Given a set of tokens, predict the next token. And by doing this millions of times, the model starts learning the patterns here. Now, the obvious question is, why to train a small language model when we have large language model at our disposal? Because every problem or every situation doesn't require a giant model. Sometimes you want something that is small, so that you can run it locally in a private environment and your data doesn't leave your private environment. There are many useful cases of this, but let's say you want to understand the end-to-end process of how to train a large language model. The point here is not to beat ChatGPT or Claude. The point is to understand the end-to-end process of building a large language model from scratch and running it locally. Now let's look into the code and understand the importance of couple of files. We have a Python project here, and under the source directory we have couple of files. There is a config file which holds configuration for the model, training and testing. Then there is this create model which creates a decoder type GPT model. Then there is this prepare dataset.py file which downloads TinyStory and prepare GPT-style tokenized training, testing and validation set. Then there is this train.py which basically runs the training loop on the model. Then there is this test.py which runs the test on the model. Down here we have main.py file which basically runs the whole pipeline step by step. Prepare the dataset, train the model and test the model. Then I have this generate.py file. This is first basic inferencing of the model, and with this you can make sure that the model is running successfully. Then there is evaluation prompts. I have a couple of prompts already written, and there is evaluate generation py file. This file basically runs the model over each of the prompt and save the generated text by the model. Finally, I have this server.py file which basically exposes the model over a route so that we can have inference of the model. Now, in order to get started, what you need to do, first you need to run uv sync command. It has a uv log file and pyproject.toml file. So this command will create a virtual environment and install all the dependencies needed to run the project end to end. Now I'll walk you through the set of commands that you can have in order to run the process end to end. First, you can run the main.py file and it will run the whole process, preparing the dataset, training the model and testing the model. But if you want to do these steps one by one, you can first prepare the dataset, then you can train the model, and then you can test the model. Once you run the whole pipeline end to end, it creates this runs folder. It has this TinyStory-GPT folder. Under that, each run will be separated by the timestamp. And if I go to a timestamp folder, you will have test result, matrices, experiment.json file, which has the details of the run. Then what configuration went into the training of the model. Then you will have this best PyTorch. Under generation_eval folder, you will have generation of the evaluation prompt. I'll show you like this. So this was the prompt and this was the text completed by the model. Now let me show you a small generation test. I already have ran couple of experiments and trained couple of TinyStory GPTs. What I'll do is that I'll call generate.py file and provide a prompt once upon a time, and when I hit enter, it will complete the sentence and generate a small story. And you can see here is the story. I'll not surely go through the story, but I want to make a point here that it works. Now in order to run the server, what you need to do, you need to use uvcon for that, and you can run the server.py file with this command, uv run uvcon server app host and port. And when I hit enter, you will see that the model is loaded and exposed on this endpoint. And in case we want to hit that, we can do that. Let me just copy this and I'll open another terminal and hit enter. You'll see we have streaming of the story. So in this video, we trained our own decoder-only GPT-style model on TinyStory dataset. We understood how to prepare the dataset, train the model, test the model, generate text from the trained model, evaluate the model, and even understood how to serve the model using Python FastAPI framework. This is not a replacement of ChatGPT, but it is a good starting point in order to understand how large language models are trained. Also, I have made my point that a task-specific small large language models can be useful. If you are into AI engineering, I highly recommend you going through the process at least once, cause after that LLM will not feel any kind of magic to you. They will feel more like a system that you can understand, modify and build. Small language models are not useless, they are focused. I highly appreciate you watching till the end. Enjoy the life, feel the music. Peace.